In today's podcast...
Well, for starters, everything tastes like Sudocrem.
This stuff you stick it in your nose and you squirt it up. Hello, love. Can I try your jacket on?
Having sex in the corner kind of thing. Drinking, and then out of nowhere...
Sounds like Staff's Fest. Have you ever wondered how toilets work in space?
Blood and boobs. It's hilarious.
My two favourite things. I haven't really been angry this week. I've just been really sad. I felt things in places I didn't even know existed.
That scares me, Phil.
Right, hello and welcome back to the first podcast in a very long time. It's been so long since we sat down. The last time we released a podcast was April, but the last time we filmed a podcast was February, wasn't it?
God, it was, wasn't it?
God, that's immense. A lot has happened, hasn't it?
Yesterday, one of the people, one of my colleagues came in and was like, I have long COVID. And I looked at him like, what the hell have you just told me? And he's like, don't worry, I'm no longer infectious. I've been told I am okay to work. Yeah. I am not infectious. I don't have it, but I have residual, side effects. Like, they are still with me. I'm like, right, okay. Yeah. So what do you have? He goes, well, for starters, everything tastes like Sudocrem. And I'm like, what? I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, I've got like it affected my my taste and my smell, and everything I drink or eat tastes like Sudocrem. And I'm like, well, lad, that's not good, you know?
That is the nightmare situation. Just...
To be fair, right, Sudocrem's alright. I wouldn't have to eat. No, I wouldn't have it to eat or anything, but like, that goes without question. But
yeah, it's not ideal.
I don't mind the smell. The smell of Sudocrem is absolutely fine for me anyway.
Yeah, what does Sudocrem smell like?
Well, it has its own unique smell, really. But it's like the most magical cream. I know, but it's the most magical cream I've ever invented by humans. Like it literally works wonders. I don't get it, but it just does.
That's awesome. I guess, kind of speaking of medical products, I've recently recognised that I have a bit of an issue.
Okay.
I believe that I may be addicted to Vicks nasal spray. I know.
Nasal spray? Like, not even the oil stuff?
No, like this stuff you stick it in your nose and you squirt it up.
Yeah. Oh my God, that stuff is like... It works wonders, but after a while it's rancid.
Oh, it is, but it's gotten to the point where, because I've always had like sinus issues where it kind of blocks up before sleep.
Oh yeah, but sinuses in my family just don't work.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where I really struggle to sleep without it, and I'm trying to kind of wean myself off it, because obviously you're not supposed to take it for like more than 3 days in a row.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Phil,
it's pretty
I
toxic
think you should
stuff.
Stop sniffing the Vicks spray.
I definitely should.
Yeah, I'd say that it's probably a good idea if you get off that.
Yeah, so I'll give you updates as to my recovery over the next few podcasts.
Just Phil is deteriorating slowly as more, each time, every podcast now. It's just like more and more his life.
All I can see is just tubs of Vicks vapor wherever I look.
His microphone is actually a Vicks spray. He's managed to fix it somehow, so he's just sniffing it all podcast.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, moving on.
Certainly moving on. I guess in terms of the time it's been since we last filmed, one of the things we have done is we did some work, didn't we? Well, I mean, you've always been working, but...
it was Staff's Fest it was, wasn't it?
Staff's Fest, yeah, we were part of the film crew.
At Staff's Fest, and if anyone here for some miraculous reason is listening to this going, oh, I was there, and I saw those of people at the film crew, well, yeah.
That's us.
We were there.
Yeah, you should have come over and got a signature, don't be shy. We're always happy to take photos with you guys.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was a pretty... mental weekend. We started on the Friday, went through to the Sunday, and then it was quite long hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for you though, because Phil, if you don't know, he's an absolute madman when it comes to editing. He's very quick. Like, I mean, I don't get how he does it, but like out of nowhere, he just rocks up and just manages to whip up like a 10-hour video in about 5 minutes. Fully edited. Like, I just know that how he does it, but I don't know how he does it. Anyway, his role here not only was helping out generally, but he was also with the editor. You were the main editor, weren't you?
Cataloguing footage and then editing everything together.
Yeah, man, that's some It's hardcore if you don't know anything about, if you know anything about editing and like gathering loads of footage, it's time consuming and takes a lot of willpower to carry on.
Yeah, it's like, it's one of those situations where it wasn't very hard, but like it was just ridiculously tedious. I think I was in there for like, it must have been like 5 hours without a break at one point. I was so hungry, man, but I was like, I have to finish this before I let myself relax.
Oh, I know. It's... Oh, you know, when you get into one of those moods where it's like, if I stop now, I'm going to be annoyed that I didn't finish it and I'm going to have to do it again. But if I want to stop because I'm really tired, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it was a pretty naff festival, it really was. I shouldn't be speaking out against that.
No, I agree. It's not a festival like I'd say our generation really is into. Yeah. It's more of a family, let's go camping for the weekend.
A lot of MILFs there, weren't there?
Oh, well, Phil would know about that.
Oh, should we share that? Should we share that story?
I mean, it's up to you. Up to you.
It is my my private possession now, but my memory forever. Basically, we were on like, there was like a disco, and we had to film there. But I decided to get on the dance floor for a bit, and then just this really old woman kind of comes up behind me, and all I hear is, "Hello, love. Can I try your jacket on?"
Oh, honestly. Those were the words that Phil, he turns around, you know, it's like a moment in a movie. Yeah, exactly. He turns around and that's it. He's been mesmerised.
Moment from a rom-com, I'm there, she's dancing off with my high-vis jacket. I'm kind of standing there dazed with her jacket, like, I need that back. And it's all on video, so I let the world know that...
It is on video, isn't it?
I've got the
Someone
video.
has it.
I was the first to pull at Staff's Fest.
Yeah, to be fair.
And it will be with me forever.
It's a memory that Phil does not want to ever, you know, he doesn't want to forget that.
Yeah, man. What's the most you've ever done with a girl? I held her jacket for like 60 seconds.
Nice. I mean, that is, you know, no one can beat that, Phil, to be fair.
To be fair, yeah, that is pretty impressive. I guess moving on from that, what was your highlight of the festival?
I don't know, actually. I enjoyed there was a Pizza Hut, actually.
Oh, Minnie's Mobiles.
Yeah, we'll shout them out. They probably won't know anything, but here we are. Minnie's Mobiles Pizza, right? Minnie's Mobile is the company, and they did a pizza, and it was like legendary pizza. It was like, you know, they rolled out these dough, all the usual, and it was like a big stone-fired, like, it was wood-fired, wasn't it? Yeah, it was wood-fired
pizza. You actually got to watch them. They had a
wood-fired pizza. They had a stone pizza oven, and at the back, obviously, you got all the wood firing up and everything. Oh, it was like...
And you got to, like, watch it cook, and, like...
honestly, and it grew and it bubbled, and it was like... It was amazing.
Oh, God, you're making me drunk,
and I had 2 of them in one day.
What about your worst experience from the festival?
Well, I think I was just tired. Genuinely.
Yeah.
The biggest... Like, the worst thing about it was tiring.
So knackered. Do you remember that one? I think it was my latest night anyway, because I stayed until like nearly 12 that night.
Yeah.
Do you remember when like you and Harry were lying on the floor and that just weird guy came over?
Oh God, yeah. So one of the
was he security or something?
Yeah, it was like security and like genuine like volunteer helper. He was a class guy, to be fair. I really enjoyed it. He was absolutely hilarious.
He was funny, just a bit mental, really.
He was a bit mental, but it was hilarious. We were lying on the floor, and then he just kind of told us about his mosh pit experience. I was having a laugh, saying, "Oh, I was just dancing in there. I was on the right time. It's like a mosh pit." And he goes, "Mosh pit? You do not know anything about a mosh pit." And then he started talking about, what was it, Cannibal Death or something? Like, this metal band, clearly.
Oh, God.
Oh. Something Death. Cannibal Death. Something Death.
It's something
I know
along
it had
those
death
lines,
in it.
yeah.
Yeah, and, you know, and he just started talking about how I'd be thrown around like a beach ball, and Harry, next to me lying on the floor, would be snapped like a twig. And to be fair, yeah, fair enough. I feel like I would be. I don't really think I fit into that kind of category of music enjoyment.
No, I don't really see you as a metalhead, to be honest, when I look at you.
No, but I was. Trust me, I had a stage where I was just for my life where it was nothing but Metallica. I mean, that's not really like, everyone knows who Metallica is, and they have some banging songs.
I can already imagine what he'd be saying when I was like, "Metallica, that's a pussy band. You want to hear? Want to hear exactly. Cannibal Death or Red Hot Arseholes or something like that."
Radioactive Spider, you know, that kind of thing. Because, I mean, to me, metal's metal, and I know people are going to get, mad when I say metal and death, gore, and blah, blah, blah are all the same category, but for me they are. I know they're not, but I know they're not, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to describe it. Swiftly moving on, that was Staffs Fest. It was very cool. We got to learn how to operate cameras. We did, me, you, and a few others, we did this, live editing on this, sick, Blackmagic A10 board where you could switch screens between the cameras, and it was very, very cool. And at one point, we genuinely thought we lost all of the footage. We had a power cut.
I saved the festival, didn't I?
And Phil is the saviour of the festival. And I felt genuinely bad for some of the artists if we had lost it. But Phil, man, he found it. I don't know how, he just did.
Well, it turns out, funny story, all of the footage was never actually lost. It was just sitting on our manager's laptop.
I know, to be fair, everyone thought
that was so funny, but obviously I didn't tell them that. I was just like, I just saved the festival, guys. I did some crazy code. They love me. I'm a hero. But anyway, I've never been to a concert or a festival before. This was my my first festival.
Oh yeah.
I think the thing that has always really put me off going to festivals is I'm a man who likes my homely comforts. We've established this on the podcast in previous episodes of Toilet Talk. And I am I'm terrified of portaloos. I hate them. So
go on. What's your experience with a portaloo that's made it terrible?
I didn't really have any too awful experiences. It's just they're just not great, are they? And then they run out of toilet paper. You can hear people talking outside. It's like, man, I'm trying to pee. You're putting me off.
Trust me. And the weird stuff you find in there sometimes. I went to the toilet I was in the line for the toilet talking to my mate because he was there.
Yeah.
At the Staffs Fest actually, and the girl came out the toilet, and I was like, right, lad, you on? You got here first. He's like, all right, cheers. So we went in, but before he could go in, the girl barged past him and grabbed her phone from the side of the portaloo, and it's like, oh, what? That was on the floor in the portaloo.
Oh.
And I was like, oh no! And she just picks it up and puts it in her pocket.
Oh man, that's why people get so sick at festivals.
Yeah, this festival flus. Everyone just turns into Neanderthals. Their inner DNA just comes out of nowhere, and they just
revert back to cavemen or to monkey.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't think I could ever stay over at a festival because, man, the nightmare situation. Imagine having to take a dump in a portaloo.
Yeah, I mean. It can't be great. I can imagine it's a bit uncomfortable, especially when you're worried that if there's some cool kid outside, you're just you're dropping the kids off at the pool, right? And this guy's just outside, come on, man, I need to go, and you're like, well, I wouldn't go in for another 10 minutes because I've just done, the kids are now dropped off, kind of thing. But it's just, I can't imagine it's great also, because imagine you're in there absolutely dying and then you find out that there's no toilet paper whatsoever at all.
Oh, God. you'd be shitting yourself quite literally.
Yeah, no, you would. But the positive thing about Staffs Fest was that it was really small.
It was decent, to be fair. I mean, I would never go to a festival again. I'm going to confess.
No, probably not.
It's not really great. My scene. Drunk OAPs, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too bad. I guess before we move away from toilets, we really like to linger on toilets with these podcasts, don't we? I've had an epiphany. I've had an idea.
What's that? Oh, go on.
It came to me in a dream.
Right.
On YouTube, we've got a takeaway reviewer. Okay, we've got a restaurant reviewer. We've got a hotel reviewer. You know what we haven't got? A toilet reviewer.
Okay.
Yes. You seem so excited at the beginning. It's just, okay.
No, go on.
I'm
excited.
Here.
See, I'd watch that,
Exactly. I think it's a great idea. Just imagine, me, Philip Jordan, on the road reviewing your toilets. Does that not sound incredible?
It does sound incredible.
It does, yeah. I genuinely, I would be interested to do that as a series. I think it could be quite funny. The only issue is, it's kind of like, well, you can't really walk into a toilet just with a camera and start vlogging. It's like,
no. I think it's gonna have to be like,
it's a bit weird and B, slightly illegal, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it.
But other than the kind of the practical logistics of it, I think it would be interesting. As someone who's always had an innate fear of public toilets, I think we could go on a journey of self-discovery together.
You are right, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, let me know if you'd be interested in seeing.
I am interested. I don't know where we'd start and how it'd work out, but
Yeah, drop us a message of toilets you'd like us to review. I guess we could start with a Weatherspoons toilet. That's doable.
We walk in with a camera and some just drunk bloke like, whoa, like, and this. Oh, and the
you
toilet,
go for the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, I think that'd be a good idea. Let me know what you guys listening at home think of that. I guess we're not done with toilet talk.
No, we're not actually. We continue.
I saw a news story. I think it was yesterday actually. I was just kind of browsing through the news, and I see this title. It went something like "Giant rats the size of cats" in quotation marks. Are invading homes through toilets.
What?
Yeah, apparently because of COVID, there's been less kind of waste at like places like restaurants. Apparently a load of rats have kind of started moving into homes more, like more residential areas to get their food.
No way.
Yeah, and I've read this story about kind of this family with these, it was claimed that there's these rats the size of cats in their back garden. Now, there was a video attached with this. And I get people are scared of rats. They carry diseases. It's not nice. But I read rats the size of cats. And I watched this video.
Right.
They were tiny. I was like, what cats have you got? They were just normal rats.
Well, I hate that about people.
Yeah, I was like, man, if that comes with you, just give it a kick, punt it over the fence. It's microscopic. But I imagine it's still unpleasant to kind of have a rat just turn up in your toilet roll. Not toilet roll. Your toilet bowl.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of just, sitting down on the toilet and then looking down and going, what is that squeaking? And you just see a rat.
There's something
chilling
tickling
in
my
your toilet
balls.
bowl. Exactly.
But yeah, it'd be horrible, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be.
In your own world, imagining rats.
Sorry, it's genuinely quite
traumatic, to be honest with you.
Very.
Should we have a moment of silence?
I think we should, Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
right.
That's enough. Ruben, have you ever wondered how toilets work in space?
I haven't until now.
But now you're interested. Now you want to know.
I am interested. Yeah.
I saw another news article. It was about a SpaceX flight where an alarm went off, and they were obviously like panicking, like something's gone horribly wrong. It turns out it was just the toilet had stopped working. But it got me thinking.
Really?
What? How do toilets in space work? Because there's no gravity, obviously, and I imagine there's some accidents that could happen with that. If you. So how does it work? Apparently, toilets in space have fans in them.
Right.
Yeah. That's it.
Fans?
That's it. It's not very exciting. Yes, apparently there's like a fan that like pulls it down like...
literally sucks it out.
It just sucks it out. Yeah. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. And that concludes Toilet Talk, the most exciting segment we've had in a while.
Oh, yeah, right. Let's talk about local, things going on in the news, shall we?
Oh, yeah. Stick on the top of the news.
Recently, how there's been this, in the UK especially, we've had, due to Brexit, bloody Brexit, and I'm not going to talk about Brexit anymore, we'll leave it at that, but bloody Brexit, about, the fuel shortages in the UK. And I read some research and I've even asked around, and apparently there is no fuel shortage in itself, but rather there's a shortage of lorry drivers to deliver the fuel to the station. As every smart, as every normal UK citizen would be like, okay, well, there's no need to panic, everything will be fine.
Yeah.
But then you've got the rest of the whole bloody UK who are absolutely panic buying fuel and stocking fuel for their cars. And it's like, you are overreacting, you are causing trouble, you are causing too much, nonsense around, like, this fuel epidemic going on right now. And it's just a waste of time, and it genuinely stresses me that people think that it's a good idea to do that.
It's so stupid. People like showing up with cans and stuff, weren't they?
Literal cans. My garage, which is literally the local fuel garage or the fuel station, literally near my house, is you walk down the alleyway past my house, and it is about 100 yards away from me. Like, it's literally round the corner from my house. It's about a 2-minute walk. And I go up my alleyway on my bike when I cycle to work, and I was, on time for work, but there was this constant flow of people coming in and out of this garage next to my house that I was stuck on the pavement for about 10 minutes. I couldn't go anywhere. No one was letting me go, and every time there was a car stopped and I moved forward, the other one would zoom out of the garage, someone else would come in, and then I'd be stuck, and eventually, 2 people on both sides, so one coming in and one coming out, said, right, let him go. So I went, but that should have been without question. People are just scared that they're running out of fuel, but the only reason they're running out of fuel is because people like you are panic buying them, and therefore you have a wastage of fuel, or like an excess of fuel for one person rather than anyone else. So now I know this person who's genuinely just going about their day, who needs fuel to like get to work, now can't get fuel at his local, or their local petrol station, because idiots are coming in with cans, like you said, filling up jerry cans of, fuel, petrol, diesel, and storing it in the car, paying for it, leaving. And it's all these, like, it is ridiculous, and I mean, it is utterly ridiculous. Genuinely, it baffles me how we are still alive as a species, that people are...
Genuinely, yeah.
We were panic buying pasta, yeast, flour,
Toilet
and
roll.
soap, and bog roll, like, last year, and now it's fuel, because we're scared we're going to run out because there aren't any lorry drivers to bring the fuel to the thing. There are! When just because there's a shortage of it, doesn't mean we're out of lorry drivers. You are going to get fuel. But the only thing I can say is, please don't panic buy fuel. It doesn't help anyone. And it is quite selfish, really. And I think you should genuinely just
get what you need.
Calm down, get what you need, and go. Don't overfill, don't, make sure you get enough, but don't overfill, and don't panic buy it in jerry cans. That genuinely baffles me. I just don't get it. And that's kind of my rant over, sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, just generally, it's really stupid. I think it wouldn't have even been an issue if people hadn't started panic buying, but humans are useless, aren't they? They're just really rubbish, aren't we?
We are pretty terrible.
But yeah. God, moving on from that. Should we have some more positive news? Cheer us up after that.
Yeah, go on then.
The Last of Us, the show.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, we saw an image today. I saw it on your story. They released an image, didn't they?
HBO Max have released an image, the only image available, I'm pretty sure, of a still of the show, and it shows Pedro Pascal and I don't know her full name.
Bella Ramsey, I think.
That's the one, as Ellie, and Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian and Narcos and that, as Joel, and they look great.
Genuinely, when I first saw the picture, I thought it was like a scene from a video game. Like, they look that close to the actual characters. The costume design in particular, I have to say, was excellent. They've done such a great job. Yeah,
it's so good. It's a great image. It shows a barren landscape of just, a crashed aircraft, like a Boeing, like a proper passenger plane, and you see Joel and Ellie standing next to each other in their, the survival, and it looks absolutely incredible, and I genuinely cannot wait.
I love the fact they've actually got Neil Druckmann working on it, like the director of the games.
Yes, because I saw he posted something about it.
I was really, obviously you're always really worried when there's kind of adaptations that it's just going to go horribly wrong and people aren't really going to respect the source material. But I trust Neil Druckmann to deliver a good experience, and I think it's going to be good. And they've got some great cast members from the looks of things.
Pedro Pascal is he's up there as one of the most popular celebrities at the minute. He's great. Yeah, he is.
He is, genuinely. Who's the sexiest man in the the world, in your opinion? I'm like, this sounds such...
God, that is a very deep question,
my friend.
I'm not sure.
Were you ready for that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, You don't have to be gay to appreciate a man's beauty, you know?
Yeah, man.
I'll just put that out there. But I mean...
I think is something.
No, can't say that. Oh, we can't say that.
What I'll do is I'll bleep out the name to make it sound like we said something really bad.
No.
But yeah, I guess earlier in the week at college we went to the bookstore, didn't we? And you picked up some juicy reads.
Yeah, here we go. Right, well, everybody, you can skip this if you want, but I'm about to nerd out and become my most inner weeb I have ever become in my life.
I am going to go make a cup of tea. I'll be... No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so recently, over the last couple of months, I've got really into manga. Yeah, okay, there it is. Everybody laugh. Everybody do what you want. But genuinely, I enjoy it. I don't like reading as a whole because my attention span is that's with gnat. And I feel like it's good for me to read. And I walked into Waterstones because I was buying a book for my mum's birthday. This was, before August, mid-August, I'd say. I walked in there, picked up a book, and right at the back of this Waterstones is a manga and graphic novel section. I was thinking, oh, that's cool. I know manga, I've watched the odd anime every now and again, and I genuinely quite like looking at it. So I went and had a look, and it started off because they had the first volume of Akira. My God, Akira is my all-time favourite anime movie ever. I mean, it's just groundbreaking. And
yeah.
Now I've read every volume of Akira, and it's on my shelf right now. I'm looking at it, and
don't lie,
it's amazing.
Ruben, you're just looking at the boobies.
There's only 2 pages worth of boobs in there.
And he's memorised them. He's memorised.
Oh yes. I mean, right, here we go. If you go to a page 159 in Akira Volume 5, you'll see something really sus. Someone says Among Us, and I memorised it. Genuinely. It's this guy who has a bandana over his face and he can't see, but he has this sort of third eye where he knows everything even though he's blind. And he says, there are something among us. And I was like, oh my God, sus. Anyway, that's how bad my life's become at the minute. I think people's genuinely saying
Among Us
words,
is still popular.
Among Us is funny. Oh no, the game's gone. It's gone. It's out of the question. It's gone. But but I mean, everyone who is actually into this kind of stuff would have heard of Chainsaw Man by now. And Phil, I'm sorry I mentioned this earlier as well, but my God, it's amazing. I am sorry to everyone who I'm boring right now. I'm just going all out because I genuinely love it so much. But Chainsaw Man is
actually on 4 times speed at the minute.
Well, basically, it's amazing. It's basically some kid who gets turned into his demon. He's a devil. He's a demon hunter, right? Because his dad left his, this little kid so much debt, and obviously he couldn't repay it. So he hunted demons for them, in which he then repaid his debt. But then eventually they said, no, we can't do this. So they killed him. And then he binded together with this little dog, which is a chainsaw at the same time. I know, it's stupid. Yeah, exactly. So now when he pulls this cord on his chest, his arms, his face and his chest. Pulls on his chest and these chainsaws grow out of his hand, his arms and his head, and he just starts ripping and tearing everything apart. And it's gruesome and funny. So yeah, there you are. I recommend that if you can somehow find it. You can, yeah.
Yeah. Why manga is so kind of, I don't want to say sexually weird, but some of them are.
Oh no, they are. No, they are. That is literally the best way to put it. I don't know. I mean, Japanese people, that's just something. Careful. No. It's just grown from one thing to another. So someone did it. I like that, so I'm going to do it. And then it kind of spiraled off. But now, it's the kind of norm.
But there's some weird stuff out there. I remember my ex used to be obsessed with this show. I can't remember that. I think it was Kakigori or something? I could be wrong. Basically, it's
I know exactly what. Yeah.
Apparently, it's at this school where people gamble, but the lead character's got some kind of weird fetish for it and gets really turned on by gambling.
That's why I refuse to watch it. I've never watched it.
That's so strange, man. Who comes up with that? I don't want to watch it. Anyway, I was just like, what? Where does the idea for that come from? Who's right? Let's have a school, and they have to gamble for social positions. Oh, and also, this one person gets really turned on by poker.
Oh, trust me, it's mental. Devilman, I've mentioned, right? It's mental. It's great. He's a crybaby. He generally gets upset about anything. And then he gets
Relatable.
like his friend
I
out
feel
of
it.
nowhere called Rio, or I think his name's Rio. Like, how you say it? Ryo, Rio. He comes out of nowhere, and his name's Akira. And he comes out of nowhere, and he's like, "Akira, you need to come with me." And then they go to this like Sabbath, which is like another way for like a party where they summon devils, and it's all just everyone is naked, dancing, having sex in the corner, kind of thing, drinking, and then out of nowhere,
Sounds like Staff's Fest.
Yeah, exactly. It was Phil at Staff's Fest. That's all I can describe it. It was Phil in the disco at Staff's Fest with that woman who
With all
always
the middle-aged women.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh yeah.
But this guy, he starts like slicing random chicks apart and killing people, and then
wow.
all the demons start forming, and then he binds this crybaby Akira. He binds with this mega devil called Ammon or Anon, I can't remember. And then, but he just goes around killing all these demons, and it's all just like blood and boobs. It's hilarious.
My two favourite things.
Exactly. I mean, that's the show. The book's not as bad as that, but
Imagine that just being the show description. Blood and boobs.
blood and boobs. Yeah, anyway, I think I should move on before I start to scare people away from the podcast. So, talking about fiction, what shows and what movies have you seen recently, Phil, that you'd like to talk about?
I guess I don't want to talk too much about it because obviously you haven't finished it and it might be spoilers for
Okay,
people.
well, no, I guess you don't have to talk. We don't have to talk about everything about it, but I guess I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
by the way,
Sex Education Season 3 came out. It's
Very
kind of
much so.
It's a very big thing in our generation, I think. I feel like I don't know someone who hasn't seen it.
Yeah, no, I don't actually. I mention it when I'm having conversations with people, and it's just like, "Oh, have you seen the new season of this?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, it's great. So I finished it." I'm like,
I was so upset though the other day. I got a message from an American friend who goes, and I'm not kidding you. You remind me of Otis, apart from the getting girls part. I cried for weeks, man. Even though it only happened 3 days ago.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I mean, it's great because it's not only is it funny.
Yeah. The reason I love it is I'm obsessed with kind of like, I guess, morally grey characters. I love, like, I don't like heroes and villains that much. And what I love about Sex Education is the characters don't feel like characters, they feel like humans. You know what I mean? Kind of everything seems really understandable. I can kind of empathize with even the bad characters.
Yeah,
that's something I love about it as well. One thing in season 3, I don't think this is a huge spoiler, but some of the not so nice characters in previous seasons, such as the ex-head teacher, get a bit more development. Get a lot more development, actually. I won't go into what that development is because obviously it's just come out. I'll let you experience it for yourself. But I really appreciate it. It was one of my favourite storylines from season 3. And I highly recommend you go check it out. I love the way they do that. They kind of they don't just have bad characters. They have bad characters, but then they have reasons and explanations for why they are that way.
Yeah. And then you've got, Adam Groff.
His
character's absolutely
ever.
Brilliant.
I love him.
It's just like, it's great because his character development is like probably one of the best I've ever seen.
100%.
Because he goes from being this absolutely horrible bully to this really, really nice, well, not really nice, but honest, better person.
100%.
And obviously, he gets a boyfriend, one of the main characters, and it's great. And season 4 has been confirmed. We'll get another season.
Has it been announced?
It has.
I remember I was looking it up a few days ago and they were like, Netflix said they wanted to make one, but Netflix hadn't given the green light yet. Has that green light now been given? Has it been confirmed?
It has, they released it on their Instagram.
Oh, thank the Lord. I binged the whole series in one day, a couple of days after it came out.
God.
I then re-binged the entire series yesterday.
Oh my God. I don't know how you managed to, how did you do that? Like why did you do the whole thing again?
I get really obsessed with narrative. Also, I just love it so much. I think, as well, it's kind of given me a unique look at it because I noticed a few things on the second watch. I always enjoy them more the second time round, I think one thing I did notice about season 3 is, now, I'm not sure if this is necessarily, because obviously I watched season 2 when I was still in high school, whereas now I'm studying media at college. I've been studying it for over a year. And I think I notice more things when I watch shows now, but to me, anyway, season 3 had some beautiful shots in it. Like, I feel like they really upped the game.
It is a stunning show, isn't it?
The first 2 seasons were stunning, but there was just a few standout shots in season 3. Like, there was one where one of the characters was sitting on the bed, and then the other character was sitting next to them, but you could only see them in a mirror. You'll know it when you come to it.
I know exactly what you're talking
I thought that was
about.
such a clever shot. Basically, I think just conclusion, go and watch it if you haven't. It's brilliant.
Exactly. No, exactly. Do that.
I'm such a jumpy person. Like, genuinely, anyone can make me jump so easily.
Oh, man, trust me. It's actually annoying how much I get jumped by stupid things as well.
Yeah. Oh, what's the worst jumping situation you've had?
Oh, when you know you're about to get jump scared,
And they just do it
you
anyway.
still get jump scared.
Yeah.
Like that, you're like, it's there. I've seen it before, or I know it's here. I'm preparing for it. I'm not prepared. I'm now jumping scared. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
Yeah,
whatever.
I know exactly what you mean, man. See, I hate it when people do it to me, but I love doing it to other people. So I can't really complain.
it's one of those like
One of my best memories of my life. I had someone around my house who it was like pitch black. Well, it wasn't pitch black. Like the lights were on, and they went to the toilet. What I did while they were in the bathroom is I turned all the lights off in the house, and then the kitchen is kind of in between.
Oh no!
So I just went and hid the kitchen, turned all the lights off. They come out. It's so horrible. They were actually scared of the dark as well. It was a very mean thing to do, but I don't regret it. So they come out. Obviously, they're really worried. They're walking down this pitch black hallway to get back to the bedroom. And I jump out of the kitchen.
Phil, you are horrible.
I'm an evil person, but it was brilliant.
That's all that matters.
The proudest moment. It was funny for me, and that's all I care about.
Oh yeah. Shall we move on to a reoccurring topic that everybody loves and loves about the podcast? So, Phil,
go on.
if you don't mind me asking, what has got you absolutely fuming?
Oh my God, I completely forgot about absolutely fuming. That's got me absolutely fuming.
Oh no!
What have I done? Oh, I'm a failure to the podcast. Oh, wow. Right, I need to prepare something, so you should probably go
I'm
first.
the first if we want. No, okay.
Yes,
well,
please.
I've already touched on it in the podcast already, but this panic buying of fuel really made me fuming this week because it made me late for work because there was traffic and oh my God, it was such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I get what you mean. That's again, like you said. There's just I hate people, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. But Phil, I don't hate you.
Oh, thank you. So I really appreciate that. That's cheered me up. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what's made me angry this week. I haven't really been angry this week. I've just been really sad.
Oh. Well, what's made you sad?
Should we do a new segment? What's made us sad this week?
Well, Phil, what's made you happy this week then?
Happy this week? Talking to you on this podcast, that's made me happy. Yeah. And being back with the viewers, because we really appreciate you guys. We appreciate you so much that maybe you could share this with someone.
Yeah,
we'd love that. That would make me happy.
What we haven't talked about is the fact that recently in the news, everyone's heard about cryptocurrencies, haven't they?
Oh, we haven't, have we?
So, recently there's been this whole craze about a cryptocurrency hamster that has taken over the internet, apparently. I've not seen it, but Phil, you know about it, so why don't you take it from here?
So we got our hamster here, Mr. Gox, the German hamster. Apparently, he started crypto trading on the 12th of June and has since then made money, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Genuinely made money from trade. So basically, it's kind of like this hamster obviously
some sentient hamster actually knowing what he's doing.
It's actually just the hamster is completely in control of its own situation. It's kind of a bit of an expert. It's basically like the crypto version of Harbier with stocks. But no, there's two German guys behind this who've like set up an office for this hamster, and like there's a hamster wheel called the intention wheel, which like spins and picks out what crypto they're going to invest in.
Oh yeah,
and then the hamster's got two tunnels, a buy tunnel and a sell tunnel, and I'm guessing it just decides from that. But I just found it so shocking because they've actually made money from this, which I think is really cool.
He's got a Twitter account.
Yeah, man. I think it's live streamed on Twitch.
Gox Box, the trading office. So he's got. Oh god, it's like an actual like hamster cage, and he's got these two little.
It's so cool, isn't it? I urge anyone at home to look this up because it's a really nice office. I would work in that office.
Let me just put this in the.
Yeah, drop that in the chat. Oh man.
I mean, look at that. Look at that,
It's so cool.
Oh my god. Like
this
guy.
It's got a little close up of his face.
Yeah, it's amazing. So this little hamster, right? Oh god, people are making taking the mickey out of him, poor thing. This little hamster's cage. That is incredible.
It's so cool, isn't it? Genuinely.
I mean, it's a good way of, using your hamster, I guess. But like, bro, it's a hamster. I don't want to say it in like a use your hamster kind of way, but in a way like, no, okay, that was you.
Ruben.
You took that the wrong way. But more of a, I mean, it's a good influence kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I just thought that was really cool kind of story to end it on a positive note. You've got Mr. Gox here making mad moolah running around his hamster cage office. And that puts a smile on my face.
It does.
And I hope yours too.
And that has made me, it's made us happy,
And if a hamster can do it, you can. Yeah, you've got to be 18, haven't you?
Yeah, you do.
That's one thing that annoys me. This is another thing that makes me absolutely fuming. Is the fact that you can't invest until you're like 18, or like you can't vote until you're 18. I just think the rules are a bit backwards because like right now, legally, I can go and have like incredibly aggressive bum sex behind the Tesco wheelie bins.
Yeah.
But I can't take control of my financial future.
It's
so
mental.
backwards, man. Not that I have done that, if my parents are listening to this.
Well, I don't know, Phil.
What happens at Staff's Fest stays at Staff's Fest, all right? One final thing we completely forgot about in Toilet Talk is anal prints.
Oh, my God.
How could we forget? I guess this is your topic. Would you like to go into the bum prints?
I can do, yeah. So this company, I can't remember the company's name. I would find it once I find. Here it is. I've got it. So, as co-founder of Caprata, Grego is working on a toilet that uses sensors and artificial intelligence to analyze waste. She hopes to have an early model for a pilot study ready within 9 months. And then she says the toilet that you have in your home has not functionally changed in its design since it was first introduced. And I'm not bothered, man. It's a toilet at the end of the day.
That's from
it's
a
not
Guardian
meant to look.
article, isn't it?
It is. It's a Guardian article. Yeah. And she says in the second half of the 19th century, these are, of course, now loos with genital. There are now loos with genital washing capabilities or heated seats, but this is the class basic compared with what Grego is envisaging. Like, oh my gosh.
I 100% agree with her. Toilets, like every other aspect, like we got better phones, we got better computers, we got better PlayStations. You know what we haven't got a better version of? A better toilet.
Yeah.
And
honestly, I am not bothered in any way, shape, or form, and I think that's fine because the toilet does its job very well.
It could do it better, Ruben. Now, we spoke briefly before the podcast about the idea of those toilets you say that kind of have heated seats, wash your bum. What's your opinion on them?
Well, I don't have either of those, so I don't know. I would be too scared to use a bidet in case it it missed. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I'm scared that it just wouldn't work.
Well, I have had the honour of getting to experience one of these in my lifetime. And it's a memory that has stuck with me for a really long time. Basically, how it works is, some of them have different wash up. Like there's a feminine wash, then there's like a bumhole wash. So sorry, I'm actually 12. But basically, it squirts water and washes it. I was very nervous to use it at first. I won't lie, because
I'm too scared to.
I don't like. This is a very weird thing. I don't like the feeling of things near my arse, if that makes sense. I don't like people touching my bum. It freaks me out. Not that that's something that happens regularly. Again, if my parents are watching. Yeah, we've all sat next to Max, haven't we? Sorry,
gosh,
Max.
yes.
But yeah, so I was really skeptical. But let me tell you, when I put that thing on, I never go back, man. I felt things in places I didn't even know existed.
That scares me, Phil. And that is another reason why I don't think I'm ever going to use a bidet.
But it was decent. You think about it, though. If you got, human poo on any other area of your body, are you seriously telling me you would get a little bit of toilet paper, you'd just wipe it off and then go, you know what, that's clean.
Listen.
Exactly.
No. I get that. But, what I'm saying, what we really need to know, Phil, does it work?
It does. It does work.
Every bit.
Yes,
Like,
without going into too much detail, it works, man. It's like, and I think it's the future of hygiene. I think it will, like other places in the world have them. Like England is so far behind in terms of.
I mean, it's England. What do you expect? You know?
but it's the future. I'm telling you guys.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, eventually I probably will have to give it a go because I've heard great things like it's in hygiene-wise, but generally I'm okay with what's going on right now, you know?
Look, just anybody watching this, just please know that Ruben has got a dirty ass, but me, I have the cleanest bum out of anyone in England, quite frankly, so just ladies, be aware.
Oh my God. Oh, actually, I didn't even mention what this new toilet is actually about.
Yeah, man.
This new toilet, back to it. The new toilet that we were on about is actually, it basically scans your ass, like your actual anus, and your poo at the same time, and analyzes the health of it, the actual, what it's made of, and reports back to you how to improve your diet, I'm pretty sure, and how to change it or what's going on down there. And honestly, I couldn't be more frightened for the future of technology. Like, I mean, genuinely, it takes pictures and scans it. Basically taking pictures of your bum. Where does it go? We don't know. I mean, I don't want to sound like some anti-vax Facebook
who is this
like,
doctor that, I imagine she's just got a collection.
Yeah, she's just the creator. She must have some sort of, like, collection of ass pictures now. You know, I'm quite scared for the future of our, like, technological society. But yeah,
oh, sorry, I'm so
that
immature.
kind of ends off topics for today. I mean, it has actually been really, really nice to come back and just kind of go.
It has, yeah. And please do let us know what your opinion is of bum prints. Would you feel comfortable?
No, I wouldn't. That's my take on it. No.
Let us know. Let us know what you think. I guess, yeah, that's going to do it for today. We've had a bit of a journey with the topics there. It's so great to be back. Hopefully we'll be uploading more regularly. We're going to try and sort out some guests. And yeah, it should be good. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. If you could share it with just one person, it would be greatly appreciated. It really helps us get out there, especially after our break. And yeah, we love you guys, and we hope you have a great day. Take care. Please leave a rating. Mwah.